Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the Positive Parenting Playbook. We're going to pull out some simple but really powerful strategies that can totally transform how your family communicates. And you can start using them, well, tonight. You know that feeling, right? Where it seems like everyone in the family is just talking at each other instead of to each other. With the daily rush and all the distractions, it's so easy for wires to get crossed, and you're left with everyone feeling kind of unheard. But here's the thing. What if just a few small shifts could change all of that?
So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to unpack some really practical tools from this playbook, stuff you can literally start using right away to build a home that feels more connected, more understanding, and just more supportive.
All right, so first things first, why does this even matter so much? I mean, really, why focus on communication? Because here's the deal. Good communication isn't just some nice-to-have skill. It is the absolute foundation, the bedrock of a strong, healthy family.
Think about it. When you can talk openly and honestly with each other, it creates this incredible sense of emotional safety. And that trust, that's the magic ingredient. It's what lets everyone, from your youngest kid all the way up to the adults, share what they're really thinking and feeling without being afraid they'll be judged for it.
You know, so many family fights just boil down to simple misunderstandings. It's crazy. And clear communication, that's the antidote. It's how you get everyone on the same page, helps you see things from their perspective, and lets you kind of short-circuit those arguments before they even get off the ground.
And that leads perfectly to this next point. Because when people feel like you're actually hearing them, that you respect what they have to say, they stop being so defensive, right? They stop digging their heels in. Instead, they start working with you. And suddenly, problems aren't battlegrounds anymore. They're team projects.
And really, this is the goal, isn't it? It's all about that consistent, positive communication. You know, the little daily check-ins, sharing stories, figuring out conflicts together. All those little threads are what weave together to create a really deep and lasting family bond.
Okay, so we've got the why down. We get it. Now let's talk about the how. And it all kicks off with probably the single most important tool in the entire playbook, creating a safe space.
So what is a safe space when we're talking about home? Well, think of it like an unspoken rule, an agreement that says, hey, you can bring your true self here. That means your worries, your wins, even your mistakes, and you know you're going to be met with respect and openness, not a lecture or criticism. Okay, now this is a game changer. This slide basically shows you the one tiny word switch that can diffuse almost any argument. It's moving from "you never listen to me" to "I feel ignored when..." See that? When you shift from an accusatory you statement to an honest I statement, you just take all the blame out of it. It's not an attack anymore. It's an invitation for them to understand what's going on with you. But of course, communication is a two-way street, right? It's not just about us getting our point across. It's also about being able to really, truly hear what the other person is saying. And that brings us to our next big skill, active listening.
So what is active listening? It is not just waiting for your turn to talk. We all do that sometimes, but that's not it. It's about being 100% present. It means putting your phone down, looking at them, and showing with your whole body that what they're saying is the most important thing happening in that moment.
And here is another super practical, game-changing tip. Think about the questions we ask. A closed question like, "Did you have a good day?" almost always gets you a one-word answer. You know the ones, yep, nope, fine. But an open-ended question, like, "What was the best part of your day?" Well, that invites a story. It cracks the door open for a real conversation.
And hey, let's not forget, it's not just about the words we pick. So much of what we communicate has nothing to do with words at all. It's our body language, our facial expressions, our tone of voice, a tense posture, a warm smile, an impatient tone. These things can either back up what you're saying, or they can completely undermine your whole message.
Okay, so we've got our tools, right? We have creating a safe space, using those I statements, and active listening. But now for the million-dollar question. How do we actually make this stuff a habit? How do we weave it into the normal, chaotic rhythm of our daily family life?
Well, when conflict pops up, and you know it will, try to see it as a chance to practice. Instead of you, the parent, just laying down the law, try turning it into a team effort. Following a simple process like this one, sitting down, getting everyone's ideas, and valuing every opinion teaches amazing skills in negotiation, respect, and, just being a team.
And this is a really crucial point. We want to make communication a routine, not just something we do in an emergency when things are going wrong.
Something as simple as a weekly family dinner or maybe a Sunday check-in where everyone shares a high point and a low point from their week, that can create a really natural, low-pressure space to just connect.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? So, let's pull it all together. Let's recap the core strategies from our playbook that we've talked about.
So here it is, your communication toolkit, all in one place. Number 1, create that safe space for sharing. 2, use active listening to show you actually care. 3, use those I statements to be clear and honest, not to accuse. 4, make connection a habit with those regular family check-ins. And 5, tackle problems as a team. Look, this isn't some rigid set of rules you have to follow perfectly. Think of it more as a guide to help you build a more connected family, one conversation at a time.
And as you start trying this stuff out, please remember this. The way you communicate, the way you listen, the way you solve problems together, that is one of the most powerful lessons you will ever teach your kids. Your effort here, it makes a huge, huge difference.
So let's just leave it with this thought. This whole thing, it's not about being perfect. It's not about getting rid of all conflict or never ever saying the wrong thing. It's about showing up. It's about being intentional. It's about being willing to learn and grow right alongside your family. Really, it's just about being present,